What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's cracking, y'all? Back with some more Anthony Penny Hardaway highlights. One of the greatest what-ifs in NBA history. A guy that his prime was cut short due to injuries. But we got to get a fairly good glimpse of Penny. A guy who, when he was at the top of his game, while it lasted, was a top 5 player in the NBA. Was a magician with that damn basketball. Could practically do anything with that damn basketball. Penny Hardaway was that guy. But don't let me speak on it. Check out our Penny Hardaway playlist if you want to hear more about me speaking on it. But we're going to let some other NBA legends explain why Penny Hardaway was the GOAT, even though we know by 99.9% of people's metrics that aren't hardcore Penny fans, he's not the GOAT. But in the alternate universe where Penny Hardaway never experiences injuries, who knows where he could be in most people's rankings. Let's get into it.
What heck of an effort. Here's O'Neal, the trailer, from Anthony Hardaway. How do you stop that?
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hello, good day everyone. How's it going? My name is Sean David. Thanks for tuning in into the Basketball Time Machine. In today's episode, I want to take a look at NBA
Does anybody know who this guy is? Was he an ex-player? Like, how did he become so popular and big? And how does he know so many people? Was he a journalist or something?
Just talking about this sensational Anthony Penny Hardaway. And yes, I've done videos like this in the past, but hey, I found some new clips and you can never get enough of Penny Hardaway.
Reporter?
But before I start with this episode, quick question. Could you please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content?
Looks like he could have been a player.
Let's do it. Now the first player's opinion that I want to take a look at is his former teammate, Brian Shaw, who played alongside Penny when they were both playing for the Orlando Magic. Let's take a look.
I think Penny Hardaway would have been in the discussion, especially if he would have had a long career, 15 to 18 years in the NBA. I think he'd be in the discussion about being the GOAT. He was that talented. He was 6'8", he could post up, he could shoot threes, he could handle the ball. He was one of the best passers that the league has ever seen. He had a super high basketball IQ, and anybody who played against him, from Jordan to Kobe and anybody else, would tell you the same thing. I mean, it's just unfortunate that he had the injury and never got well enough because he came back. He wanted to play so bad, came back way too early, and it never got right. It's also unfortunate that the players of today didn't really get a chance to really see him. Because, like I said, he would be in the discussion as one of the best to ever do it.
And the next player that we obviously have to take a look at is Shaquille O'Neal, who not only still believes that Penny probably would be in the GOAT conversation, but who obviously had a lot of experience on blue chips and the Orlando Magic, so he knows Penny probably better than most of us. Let's hear what he has to say.
Penny wasn't as good as Kobe. Let's be honest. Penny was not going to be a top 3 player.
Penny got injured. Penny had knees.
Oh, you sure about that?
Can you say Penny could have been a top 3 player of all time? Because that's what Kobe is.
Yes, if he didn't get injured, yes. Oh, hold on. Penny came in like that.
Penny was a dog.
Hold on, Penny came in like that. It took Kobe maybe 2.5 years to get to that level. Penny came in, he was already like that.
Yeah.
First year he came in, we went to the finals. Penny was cold, and that's why I always tell people, he was Kobe before Kobe. People give me flack like that, say he couldn't have turned out, but if he wouldn't have got injured, he'd definitely be up there. Definitely. Hey, Penny was a cold cat, you know it.
You was coming up, who was the guys you was watching outside of MJ? Because I know we all watched MJ, but some of them guys you took to be like, man, I'm going to take that and put in my game on.
Of course, Penny was my MJ.
Yeah.
And that Penny in his prime years. I don't even know if he really reached his prime years. You know, his earlier years, he was so dominant. He was so good, bro. Like, so good.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. How they fit in right away.
That's my move. I love that move.
Like, he's an all-star right away.
He was like, wow.
Yeah.
Smooth. Cerebral. You know what I'm saying? Just, he had it all, bro. Can facilitate. I was like, ooh. So
and it looked good.
It looks so,
everything looked too sweet.
It just looked, man. You know what I'm saying? Just looked like him, dog. Poetry in motion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was my favorite. That was my MJ.
Hey. Oh, inside pivot.
Love that move. Love that move. Love that move.
I've never seen that.
I love that move.
I can't even figure out that move right there. I gotta rewatch this real quick. Off the right foot, a half spin. Oh, the whole spin. Off the right into a smitty into a step back.
He's the only person I've ever seen do that.
I think, you know, it's so funny when you see a move as an athlete, you start doing the timing in your head about how it would go down. Crossover, hand spin. Like,
he puts his back to the basket, 20 feet from the basket. He's basically posting up from the three-point line, and then he decides not to put his back to the basket, but do a step back and turn around.
Love that move.
And throw a prayer with 2
one of
seconds
the
left on the
sexiest
clock.
moves I've ever
What's
seen.
the name of that move? Like, we got to call that something.
This is bad basketball. If my son saw this clip and said, I'm going to work on that move, I would say, sir, you're better off cutting off your left foot than working on this move. This is not something that anyone should ever attempt again. And you know what? I'm going to go on wax and say this. I've never seen anybody do this step back before.
The move you just saw Penny do, it's a combination of a spin and a hesitation that'll put somebody on their heels and they don't know what you're about to do. It looks so wrong, but so right.
He's dancing. He's dancing. People don't know about Penny Hardaway. If you don't know, now you know.
Like, you have to be special to do something like that. Did you see the footwork on that? Like, it's one thing when you're working on that type of footwork, but to have that footwork translate into an in-game experience and it look as effortless as that, like, that's, you can't teach that.
That was a step back long before it was a step back. It looked less like a travel.
Penny was like before his time. Like, now we're seeing all the Euros and James Harden with the step back, step back, step back, step back off of one leg. Like, Penny was already doing that. Like, he was already in what they say, in his bag. When he was in his bag, his carry-on, he had a suitcase he threw under there and had a backpack on. Like, Penny was that dude.
James Harden has step backs in his package that don't make sense. He's got one step back where he's actually steps back into a one-arm handstand and then kicks the ball at the basket, but he has never done this 180 step back ever. We don't get this anymore because that's a bad shot. Sorry, should have been a 3-year out of the game.
Penny Hardaway or Kyrie Irving?
Penny Hardaway, stop it.
Easy.
Stop it.
Prime Penny?
No explanation.
Easy.
My face is the explanation.
I'm with Shaq. I'm absolutely with Shaq. Kidding me? You give me prime Penny, you give me prime Kyrie. I'm taking prime Penny.
Wraps it around and just finds a wide open Nick Anderson. Dribbles between two defenders.
He was a lot of people's favorite players. He was, like, for a while, it was, you know, for us, when you talk about the most popular players, it was Michael Jordan, then Penny Hardaway. Like, everybody had those pennies, too. Like, the next shoe that was in line was pennies.
I used to wear the Penny Hardaways all day when I was in college. And they went with my college uniform with Kansas. I had the blue and white ones. Oh, my gosh.
Penny Hardaway has the most underrated run of signature shoes in the history of signature shoes.
That's
Go
true.
ahead. He will go shoe for shoe against every single person in the world except for Michael Jordan. There's not another NBA athlete with the consistency, with the volume, and with the impact and the long tail. People are
and Kobe's Nike line. He can't go toe to toe with Kobe's Nike line. That's pretty much the most popular basketball shoe right now.
Still wearing foam
on the
posits.
court.
I would be wearing foam posits right now if I can afford them, and I'm on television and I can't afford them.
In a league where Michael Jordan had
Air Jordan and Jumpman, Penny still was able to have a little Penny imprint and be successful.
Penny!
With Nike, with Penny Hardaway, and with Chris Rock. I think a lot of people remember Little Penny as a puppet. But
Sprite,
Little Penny was not
It
a
was
puppet.
Sprite.
Little Penny was Chris Rock, one of the greatest stand-up comedians to ever hold a microphone.
Oh my gosh. Those were the best commercials ever. I'm
Little
telling you,
Pennies.
I was in love with Penny.
From a culture perspective, I can see, you know, it's my nerdy side coming out though. I saw like brands start to pivot on how they created content, which is pretty cool. They started to create content based on personalities for culture, which I like.
Michael's first miss there? Nick Anderson to the left hand. Nice move by Nick Anderson.
Buckets.
So I think the next time he sees the basket.
Hardaway, beautiful remaining in the fourth quarter. Hardaway. Penny Hardaway to the reverse. He has 13 points.
You know, I said it countless times before. Penny Hardaway, to me, is not only one of my favorite players of all time, but I think he was once in a decade player. He was sensational in the complete package. You had a great shooter, you had a sensational passer, basketball IQ was off the charts, and he would lead by example. Like, he could do whatever your team needed in order to win. And that's a quality that not too many players have, not even that many superstars. So Penny Hardaway, in my books, yes, I agree, he could have been one of the greatest, not in the GOAT conversation, but definitely one of the greatest players of all time.
Penny! Hey, Penny! Come on, Penny, get on that coat! I think I'm gonna react to the Little Penny. Actually, I've been saying that. I said that like a year and a half ago. I was like, I'm gonna react to some old school 90s Little Penny commercials. I get to it. Man, I used to love those Little Penny commercials. But yeah, man, Penny was incredible, man. That's one of my favorite basketball moves of all time, that Penny Hardaway move. It's so unorthodox, it's so skilled, it's so unusual. I've never seen it replicated, duplicated. Penny Hardaway, ladies and gentlemen. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.